Hey everybody, I just got off the phone with Kim. I told her to stop antagonizing me with this TikTok thing. I said it's never again. I am her father. I know y'all don't respect fathers and the idea of family, and media tries to promote something. I said I am not allowing my daughter to be used by TikTok, to be used by Disney. I have a say-so. And then when people say, oh, they're gonna use this for you in court, I didn't have a say-so on whether or not they went to Sierra Canyon. Most men do not, there's no such thing as 50-50 custody with in society today. That's not even, it always leans towards the mom. But right now, and I'm happy that you guys got to see just a small piece of what I dealt with. You understand what I'm saying?
Marcus stands in his living room, phone still warm in his hand from the call that just ended. His daughter's laugh echoes from a video playing on repeat somewhere in the house. He tosses the phone onto the couch and runs both hands over his face. You know what's funny? Not funny, haha, but funny like when you realize the punchline of a joke is your whole life. I just got off the phone trying to explain to my daughter's mother why I have a problem with our 8-year-old having a social media account. 8 years old. And I'm the bad guy. I'm the one who's overreacting. I'm the one who doesn't get it. He walks to the window, looking out at nothing in particular. She tells me it's harmless. She tells me all the kids are doing it. She tells me I need to get with the times, that I'm being controlling, that I'm trying to limit our daughter's expression. Our daughter is 8. Her biggest form of expression last year was choosing between grape or strawberry jelly. Now suddenly she needs to express herself to millions of strangers on the internet. But here's the thing nobody wants to talk about. When you're a father in this situation, when you're the one who doesn't have primary custody, when you're the one who sees your kids every other weekend and Wednesday nights if traffic isn't bad, your voice gets smaller and smaller until it's basically just an echo. You're there, but you're not really there. You're a guest in your children's lives. He picks up a framed photo from a side table. I remember when she was born. I was there. I cut the cord. I held her before anyone else except her mother. I stayed up those first nights walking circles around the apartment because she wouldn't stop crying. I changed diapers. I made bottles. I sang songs I made up on the spot because I didn't know any real lullabies. I was there. I was her father. Not 50% of a father. Not an every other weekend father. Just her father. Now I get a text message. Hey, just so you know, I enrolled her in dance classes on Tuesdays. Tuesdays are supposed to be my night, but I don't get a say in that. Or it's we're spending Christmas with my family this year. You can have her New Year's Eve. Or my personal favorite, she wants to dye her hair. I'm taking her this weekend. No question, no discussion, just information delivered after the decision's already been made. And if I push back, if I say, hold on, can we talk about this? Suddenly I'm difficult. I'm not co-parenting effectively. I'm not being flexible. I'm not thinking about what's best for our daughter. But somehow what's best for our daughter is always exactly what her mother already decided. He sits down heavily. The court stuff doesn't help. You know what they told me? They said I should be grateful I got every other weekend. They said a lot of fathers don't even get that. Like I'm supposed to celebrate getting crumbs from the table of my own child's life. They threw around this term primary caregiver. And suddenly years of being present don't matter because I worked full-time and her mother worked part-time. They did this calculation, this cold mathematical formula, and determined that I was worth less than 50% of parenting time. 50-50 custody. That's the dream they sell you. They make it sound so fair, so equal, so modern. But it's a myth, it's a fantasy they dangle in front of desperate fathers so they don't fight too hard, because the reality is the system is designed to favor one parent over the other, and 99 times out of 100, that parent isn't the father. I'm not saying I'm perfect, I'm not saying I've never made mistakes, I'm not even saying her mother is wrong about everything, but I am saying I should have a voice, I should have a say when it comes to major decisions about my daughter's life, her education, her health, her safety, her presence on social media where anyone can see her, where companies can track her, where predators can find her. I should be more than just a guy who gets a text after the fact. He stands again, pacing. But you can't say this stuff out loud. Not really. If you do, if you express frustration, if you show anger, if you dare to suggest that maybe, just maybe, the system isn't fair, you're labeled, you're controlling, you're aggressive, you're exactly the reason why you don't deserve more custody. It's this perfect trap. The system treats you like you matter less, and if you complain about it, that's proof you should matter even less. And God forbid you're successful. God forbid you have any kind of public profile or career that people know about. Then everything becomes ammunition. Then every conversation is recorded in someone's mind as evidence. Then every text message is screenshot. Then every time you say, "I don't think our daughter should be on social media," becomes, he's trying to control her life and stifle her creativity. The video plays again somewhere in the background. His daughter's voice performing for strangers. She doesn't understand what she's doing. How could she? She's 8. She doesn't understand that everything she puts online stays there forever. She doesn't understand that there are adults who spend their time looking at children's content for reasons that have nothing to do with innocence. She doesn't understand that algorithms are learning her preferences, her patterns, her vulnerabilities. She doesn't understand that companies are building a profile on her that will follow her for the rest of her life. But I understand, and I'm trying to protect her. And for that, I'm the problem. He sits back down, quieter now. You want to know what really kills me? It's not even the big stuff. It's the little moments I miss. It's finding out she lost her first tooth on a day she was with her mother, and nobody thought to call me. It's hearing about the school play after it already happened. It's her developing inside jokes with her stepdad that I'm not part of. It's the gradual realization that I'm becoming a visitor in her story instead of a main character. And then social media becomes part of it too. Now she's building this whole online presence, this whole identity, and I'm not involved in that either. I'm watching my daughter's life through an app, same as millions of strangers. I see what she chooses to share, what her mother chooses to allow, but I'm not in the room. I'm not part of the conversation. I'm just another viewer, except I'm the one who's supposed to be protecting her. People don't get it. They think it's about control. They think it's about ego. They think it's about me wanting to dictate every aspect of my daughter's life. It's not. It's about being a father. It's about having responsibility without authority. It's about watching someone you love make choices you think are dangerous and being told you don't have the right to stop it. The phone buzzes. He glances at it but doesn't pick it up. That's probably her now. Probably telling me I'm overreacting again. Probably telling me I need to calm down. Probably threatening to take me back to court if I don't stop making things difficult. Because that's the nuclear option they always have. You step out of line, you push back too hard, you insist on being heard, and suddenly you're not seeing your kid at all. Suddenly those every other weekends are under supervision. Suddenly you're the dangerous one. So you learn to swallow it. You learn to smile and nod. You learn to say thank you for letting me know when you should be saying, "Why didn't you ask me first?" You learn to be grateful for whatever time you get. You learn to accept being marginalized in your own child's life, because the alternative is being removed from it completely. He finally picks up the phone, reads the message, sets it back down. She wants me to drop it. She says we need to present a united front. She says our daughter is happy and that's what matters. And maybe she's right about that last part. Maybe our daughter is happy. Maybe I'm the only one suffering here. Maybe I'm the only one who sees the problem, but I'm her father. And fathers are supposed to see problems before they become disasters. We're supposed to protect even when it's unpopular. We're supposed to set boundaries even when we're told we're being unreasonable. That's the job. That's what we signed up for when we decided to bring a life into this world. Except somewhere along the way, society decided that fathers are optional, that we're supplementary, that mothers are parents, and fathers are helpers. And when the relationship ends, that attitude becomes policy. It becomes court orders and custody agreements and parenting plans that make it very clear who the real parent is and who's just along for the ride. He stands at the window again. I just want to say, that's all. I just want to be consulted before major decisions are made. I just want to be treated like I matter. I just wanted my daughter to grow up knowing that her father fought for her, stood up for her, tried to protect her, even when it was hard, even when he was told to sit down and shut up. The phone buzzes again, and again. The video plays. The house feels empty even though it's full of things. His daughter's room down the hall, perfectly maintained for the days she's here, feels like a museum to someone who's still alive but growing distant. This is what they don't show you. This is what nobody talks about. This is the reality of modern fatherhood for millions of men who love their children but have been systematically relegated to the sidelines of their lives. And if we complain, we're bitter. If we fight, we're aggressive. If we cry, we're weak. If we give up, we never really cared anyway. So we exist in this impossible space, trying to be fathers without the fundamental right to parent, watching our children grow through screens and supervised visits, hoping they'll understand someday that we tried, that we were there even when we weren't allowed to be, that we loved them enough to be the bad guy, to be the one who said no, to be the one who fought even when fighting meant losing. He picks up the phone one more time. I'm going to call her back. I'm going to try again. I'm going to explain. Calming. This time, why this matters. And she probably won't listen. And nothing will probably change. And I'll go to bed tonight knowing my daughter's face is out there for the world to see and there's nothing I can do about it. But I'll have tried. And maybe that's all I've got left. The ability to say I tried. The ability to tell my daughter someday that I never stopped fighting for her, even when I was fighting alone. He dials. The phone rings, and in the silence between rings, in that space where hope and resignation meet, he's just a father trying to be heard in a world that's already decided he doesn't matter as much as he thinks he does. The call connects. Here we go again.